mama's reported ahead. Good morning, freedom fighters. Freedom farters. You can be that too. Be a freedom farter. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Freedom fighters, freedom lovers, freedom family. How y'all doing this morning? Give y'all a second to get up in this piece. Give y'all a second to get up in here. I know, my notifications don't really go out. I don't really get a lot of algorithmic help, but make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come up in this piece. Please do. Please to the do. All right? We're gonna get this popping. We're gonna get this cracking. So, it is what it is. Just a few things to cover, a few things to go over. A lot of shit happened over the last week. Nothing new, but nothing new. Okay, oversized load. Stay your ass over in the slow ass lane. Oh, we got something going on. Anyway, on my way back to the fam. You know what I'm saying, for the weekend. Plus 2 days. You know what I'm saying, get a little time off. It's always good. And just figured, during this, during part of my 4-hour trip on the road, I'll holler at y'all for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Go over the shit that's been going on for the last week. That's been going on for a long time. More people dropping dead. More people dropping dead out of nowhere. A young woman, an MMA fighter. She was 18 years old. I forgot her name. She was a young Asian American. She died. MMA fighter. She was a beast in the cage, yo. Let me tell you something. I think the first fight I saw her in, she was 16 years old. I didn't see it when it happened, but I like to watch MMA shit and boxing and all that. She was a beast, man. I forgot her name. God damn it, Victoria something. Victoria Lee, I believe. I believe it was Victoria Lee, something like that. 18 years old, just kapoots, dropped dead. You know what I'm saying? Then there was a high school. She was 16, 17 years old. She died in the locker room at high school in school. Let's see. Who else? A news anchor passed out on national television. A basketball player dropped, clutching his heart. I think it was a high school basketball player. A lot of people are just dropping dead or having heart attacks at a young age. You know what I'm saying? There's this one ex-NFL player that they said died of a heart attack that dropped dead, but now they're saying it was a suicide. So, what can you believe, huh? What can you believe? Windshield wiper. But a lot of things going on. A lot of weird deaths going on. A lot of excess deaths over this past year that just didn't have anything to do with the whoopity whoop, and something else. You know what I mean? And I can't even talk about. And that's really a shame, because I'll just say I'm glad I did not subject myself to a certain thingy thing that goes in this thingy thing right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad I didn't subject myself to that. And I know people that did subject themselves to that. And as far as I know, they're okay. So that's good too. That's good too. But, hey, it is what it is, y'all. It normally takes 5 to 10 years in a lot of studies, a lot of scientific research, a lot of trial and error for this shit to happen, man. And that's just science. But anyway, Greta Thunberg, or whatever her name is, she's like, hey, we got to trust the science. You can't really trust science, because in scientific method, unless you discover a law, you have to continuously test certain theories. You got to test the shit. You got to test certain conventions, right? You got to test it over and over again until you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is a scientific fact. Very few scientific facts out there. Very few scientific facts. Once you add scientific to fact, you have to have gone through decades of research. Okay, decades of research, decades of testing, and I'll just say this too: Neil deGrasse Tyson. I now dub him as Neil the Ass Tyson. Okay, I'll just say that Neil the Ass Tyson. That's what I'm gonna call him from now on. He did just go check this out. I can't talk about the subject, but he went on a show, Valuetainment. Okay, he went on the Valuetainment podcast, and David Clark, or whatever the hell his name is, John David, did an interview with him and was talking about something very specific that I can't discuss. And apparently, Dr. John Campbell can't even discuss anymore. Talked about that and just got made to look a fool of. But I had respect for Neil the Ass Tyson until he showed himself to be the ass. So now it's Neil the Ass Tyson. Oh, and Silk, or Diamond, from Diamond and Silk, she passed away. May she rest in peace. A lot of people, of course, are cheering on her death, and they're attributing it to the boop the boop, even though there's no why. How often do you hear people dying from the boop the boop anymore? So when someone says, "Oh well, y'all say these deaths are attributed to the boop the boop shot," well, guess what? You don't hear too much about deaths of people who haven't had the boop the boop shot, but have had the boop the boop. Right? I haven't heard of many deaths occurring from boop the boop anymore. It's just a lot of shit going on, man. And I want to say this about Andrew Tate. All right. Don't be like Andrew Tate. I'm gonna just tell y'all that right now. Andrew Tate is he's burying himself. He buried himself years ago with shit that he puts out on video, right? And I'm like, why would you say this type of shit on a video camera, in front of a video camera, right? Some defense lawyer, played a tape where Andrew Tate is sitting at a table. I don't know what kind of table it is. It looked like he's in an interrogation room. And he's talking about recruiting women to be a part of his webcam business. All right, now this was a while ago because he still had his little cowlick hair, and people are in denial. They don't want to get rid of their hair. Look, you losing your hair. Do keeps or get rid of shit. Keeps the little shit that's supposed to make your hair grow back or make you not lose your hair. Anyway, it's dumb, and you're not lending any credibility to your assertion of innocence. All right. So what he does is he's sitting at this table, being videotaped, and he's talking about recruiting girls for his webcam business. Okay. And he's recruiting for girls. He's talking about having a bottom bitch. Okay. Because these women aren't believing him in terms of apparently what he can do for them with the webcam shit. And look, a lot of this shit is not illegal. A lot of shit he's talking about, to me, is not illegal. I mean, these women are grown-ass women. They are making certain decisions, right? They decide on their own. And this is what we have to stop doing. We have to stop holding men accountable for a woman's decisions, right? Because women trick men all the time into doing shit. But you never hear a man try to sue a woman for making him do some dumb shit that he made a decision to do on his own. You'll never hear that. Women Men never get the benefit of the doubt. This is just real shit. I don't care what y'all say, feminists. Y'all want to come up in here and try to say some shit. Although I don't get feminists on my channel, watching my channel. But anyway, I barely get women on my channel, so this is pretty much irrelevant. But the point is this. These women made decisions, okay? You thought you were going to get Andrew Tate to be a husband or be your boyfriend, and he convinced you to do webcam, and then he had his homegirl or his bottom bitch get you to do it. And, you know, these are pimp terms that he's using. And he's using the word control a lot, bottom bitch, all these terms that lend itself to pandering, right? And, you know, in certain states, you can get prosecuted for pandering, even though it's very difficult to prove, right? It's very difficult to convict somebody of pandering because at the end of the day, these women made decisions. These women made decisions. Streetwalkers, you know, webcam girls, porn stars, they made these decisions. They're grown. They're not kids. And one thing I didn't like the defender, the lawyer doing is comparing it to what Ghislaine Maxwell did for Jeffrey Epstein, saying that Andrew Tate's bottom bitch, basically the same thing. No, Ghislaine got underage girls to be sex trafficked to nasty ass men, okay? Andrew Tate had girls doing shit in front of a camera, okay, to themselves. And maybe to other people, but I don't know. I haven't looked at his shit, but here's the stupid part, is using words like bottom bitch, control this, control that, I control her, you know, it's not a good thing. Oh, I give them. And now here's the real kicker though. This is where it really goes off the rails, and you're like, why are you again, I don't get the whole thing with the camera, and I don't know what the circumstance was and why he's saying this shit in front of a fucking camera, right? I mean, is he giving a class to other men on how to recruit women into webcam business? And okay, so these women were under the impression, okay, I get 50-50, we split 50-50 down the middle, okay, which is fair, right? Which is fair. You agree to the 50-50, you should get 50-50. He's providing the production equipment, you're using your talent, you're the talent, he's the producer. Yeah, so you split it down the middle, you give us 50-50 split. But when they don't actually get their 50, and here's another thing, he says that he gets all the money and then he dishes out the money to the girls, which is, frankly, that's how a normal employer would do it, right? The customer, if an employer has a customer, the customer pays the employer, and then you give them, like say if I had an apprentice and I'm working on I'm doing some side work, I'm changing out a service or I'm rewiring somebody's house, then, you know, they pay me a few $1,000s, maybe $4,000 or $5,000 to do all that. I might give my apprentice $1,000, $2,000. I get the money first, then I dish it out. That's normal. But here's what he said that really is going to fuck him in the end, I believe. This is what's going to fuck him. Is when he said that he would tell the girls, oh, well, you didn't get 50%, you got 30 because I have to pay taxes, right? Even he's dealing in crypto. He tells the girls, oh, you only got 30 or 20% because, you know, I got sold $10,000. I gave you $2,000 because of taxes. We have to pay taxes. But this motherfucker wouldn't pay taxes with that money. He just pocketed the money. That is fraud. You have committed an actual crime by man-made law and by natural ethics. All right. You have stolen from that girl. You have I wouldn't say extorted. That's a different form. But you have stolen money from that girl. And, you know, you told her that she was getting 50%. You gave her 20%. And to explain why she got 20%, you lie to her and tell her that you're going to pay taxes with it, knowing damn well you're not going to pay taxes with it. And then you talk about the shit on fucking camera in front of it, you know, for I don't know how many people I don't know how many people are going to end up seeing that. But that's not very smart, right? It's not smart and it ain't right. If you agree to give these girls 50%, get them they motherfucking 50%. Because they doing the work. Yeah, you providing the equipment and you're providing the overhead and the equipment. Yeah, you're not, trust me, you're not utilizing that much overhead. You're putting these chicks in a room with a camera, okay? The camera can be reused. The room can be reused. There's some consumables that you might have to use, like lube and all that type of shit, whatever you use it. And but listen, you are openly admitting on fucking camera that you're defrauding these chicks. And guess what now? You may not have been forcibly trafficking these women and forcing them to do these things, but because you're on camera talking about how you done fucking swindled your employees out of money, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. That could have, listen, you could have done a lot better. You could have handled that a lot better. Pay the girls what you fucking gonna pay them. So now not only are you earning money from these girls, talking about you paying taxes, now you really fucking probably screwed yourself, because like they know you're telling these motherfuckers that in the fucking camera, yo, I didn't pay taxes with that shit. I just kept it. Now guess what? They might be able to hit your ass with tax evasion. Because trust me, they're going to give a fuck more about you not paying the tax to the government than you taking the money for that from the girls in that nefarious way. They don't really give a fuck about the chicks. So when you use shit terms like bottom bitch and you use pimp words to talk about your webcam business, and you talk about these girls ain't smart, saying little stupid shit like that. Oh, they're not smart. They're not. These women aren't intelligent. All this, that, and the third. And now you're swindling them out of money. It's no wonder they're calling you a fucking misogynist. It's no wonder. Now they might not have known that information, but listen, just like you, and you know, you have to remember that Andrew Tate said that his father was a CIA linguist, okay? Said he spoke a bunch of different languages and he worked for the CIA. And he told his son certain things like, oh yeah, this is the Matrix, you know, and the shit we already know. We already know this shit. You have to remember that, hey, his father's a CIA agent. Could he be an agent? Could he be an agent? I don't know. Would I put it past him? Fuck no. Dude really just came out of nowhere. Yeah, he did his kickboxing thing, you know what I'm saying? Did that thing, you know, 4-time champion, all these motherfucking fights. But that don't mean shit. They could have been saving him for the right task, the right mission, you'd be perfect for this. And here's another thing about this thing, man. There's a lot of lessons to be learned about this Andrew Tate shit, because he talking mad shit about people like me who are fed up with the system but decided to stay in this country. Oh, you ain't getting no freedom in the United States. Look at me, I'm in Budapest or Bucharest. I'm in Romania. this, that, and the third. I got all the freedom. All I got to do is get the cops, this, that, and the third. And I touched on this before, but this just brings it more home, right? This really just blows that theory out of the water. Don't think that you can run to another country and just well, I'm out of the Western influence realm. How non-Western is Romania? Romania is not fucking Kuwait. Romania is not motherfucking Libya or whatever fuck. Romania is not goddamn it's not. Come on, Romania, man. Oh, he's supposed to be good. He's out of the United States. They're taking his Bugattis. They're taking all his shit. They're taking his assets, supposedly. They're taking his shit. They're making a hell of an example out of him. And here's the big example. Ain't nowhere you can go. They can't touch you. They can touch you anywhere you go. These motherfuckers don't give a shit about borders. When it comes to us at a certain degree, once you at a certain level, you have you heard of diplomatic immunity? You can operate once you are in at a certain degree, and you're part of this United States government, and you are essentially a spy or an agent or a 00 or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They can print you out a passport just like that with a new name, with a new whatever, push you in the system as whatever they want you to be, and you can go anywhere. All you gotta do is speak the language. Speak the language in that country. Blend in a little bit. You don't even have to alert their government. And you can go and do what you want. And even beyond that, right? Because the United States has so much influence over other countries, whether that country likes them or not. Even fucking China, even North Korea, to a certain degree, they can influence. They can pull some fucking strings. You ever look at a motherfucking cup? You ever look at a motherfucking object? Pick up something in your car. Look where it's made at. Made in China. There's a reason for that. You don't think we have some level of relationship and some level of respect, mutual respect between China and the United States? You don't think that there's some level of cooperation?
Hazard reported ahead on I-75.
This needs to be understood, man.
You're still on the fastest route.
You cannot operate as though this continent, that continent. Oh, well, look at this little corner. Look at this ass crack corner of motherfucking Bubeka band, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It don't matter where you go. Because, I mean, wherever you go, you better not have no cell phone service, better not have no goddamn internet. Your cell phone better not be working. Anywhere you go where you can reach out to the world via the internet. Call your family on the phone. Anything like that. If you're on the grid, there's nowhere you can go where they can't fucking touch you. That's what needs to be learned. That's the biggest lesson I take away. And I already knew that, but that's the biggest lesson I would take away from this Andrew Tate shit. That and watch what the fuck you say on the internet. Because he essentially fucked himself. You know, he put in an appeal to not have to stay for 30 days in the Romanian jail or whatever. It got denied. They don't even need evidence. You understand what I'm saying? They don't need evidence to hold you. They can just hold you for 30 days. But see, that's what happens when you're not in the United States, right? In the United States, you're supposed to have due process. They can't hold you for 30 days without a crime, without evidence of a crime. But no, in the West, no, you got America. Oh no, it's bloody. Oh, you ain't got no freedom in bloody United States. I can pay you off the Romanian government. No, it don't work like that. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. But I mean, this has been a hell of a dog and pony show, a hell of a fucking circus, right? Hell of a circus, this Andrew Tate thing. And you see, we have to stop idolizing and fanaticizing over people, right? Over regular human beings. So many people fanaticize and pedestalize people like Andrew Tate because they feel like they're speaking with their voice. Oh, Andrew Tate, he's speaking with my voice. But here's the problem. The problem is when you couch your bravery and your ability to think for yourself, you couch that because you think, oh, well, Andrew Tate's going to handle it for me. Oh, this guy's going to handle it for me. Andrew, what's his name? Jordan Peterson. These people that speak out. Oh, they're going to handle it for me. Oh, no, they're going to handle it. And they want you to do that. They want you to put all your they want you to put your balls in their basket. They want you to do that. They want you to be like, oh, Andrew Tate's got this. We ain't got to do nothing. We just let him talk. And invariably what happens, all right, all these people love this Andrew Tate character. All these people love this Jordan Peterson character. All these people, they love anybody that you can think of that speaks truth to power. They'll let you invest all of your energy into these people, and then, well, they cut the tongues out, and now guess what? You don't know what the fuck to do with yourself because you put all your confidence into this motherfucker. Humans are social beings, and I recognize that, right? I resist it, but I recognize it. And the reason I say I resist it because I'm naturally like an introvert. Really, I'm really an introvert. I'm a lone wolf, Sigma, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't like to rely on people. And that's part of the reason why. I don't like to rely on people to do the thinking for me, to do the speaking for me. I like to have a certain level of autonomy. But I had to learn that, well, I can't be the lone wolf. I have 6 children. I have a wife. I have a legacy to ensure flourishes, right? I need my legacy to flourish. And in order for that to happen, guess what? I have to be more social. I have to be a little bit more interdependent with certain individuals. Not dependent, interdependent. But you still have to have a certain level of autonomy so that, well, if they cut the head of the snake off, make sure that you are not the body of that snake. You're a whole nother snake. You understand what I'm saying? A nest of snakes. Instead of there being one snake, one snake head and one snake body. No, you need to be a whole nother snake. Because they will snatch your leaders. Look what happened. What happened in the 60s, man? What happened in the 60s is a testament to it. Because before that, way before that, people operated like that. They didn't, people can continue to fight when their leaders are taken away from them, right? And this is a tactic they used during chattel slavery. That's where buck breaking comes from. Well, you take any male that you feel is going to buck. And it's never just one male. No. You buck every male you feel is going to give the most resistance. But now when they buck break, they only got one, really buck break one motherfucker at a time. And it should never be a celebrity, right? Never put stock in a celebrity, a so-called celebrity resistor. Somebody, if they are raging against the machine and they're a millionaire celebrity, well, only, if they speak the facts, if they're spitting the truth, hey, highlight them when they do it. But don't rest on your laurels because you got an Andrew Tate or Alex Jones, or look what they do to these people.
Take the exit to merge on 20
right?
East.
And everybody else who doesn't have that level of influence, all they got to do is shadow ban your ass. Shadow ban you, demonetize you, right? Because once you reach a certain level of celebrity, you can't really be canceled, right? That's what happened with Andrew Tate. They tried to cancel his ass off of social media, but I mean, his influence had already spread so far. Autonomy, people. And what is the Andrew Tate distraction? Where are they distracting you from? They're distracting you from your ability to stand in your motherfucking nuts and fight your damn self. They are distracting you from standing on your motherfucking nuts and saying, hey, I don't give a fuck about an Andrew Tate. I'ma still do what I do. And I hope that people can do that, right?
In 4.4 miles.
I hope people can do that.
I-75 South.
It's never just one individual. Never just one individual, and it's never just one distraction, right? It's never just one distraction. They gotta have this over here, that over there, right? It's like those villains in those. I don't know if you guys ever played Metal Gear Solid. No, not Metal Gear Solid. That's the wrong one. Well, kind of. In Metal Gear Solid, there was Mantis. He was a boss. He was a boss you had to beat. And he played these fucking mind tricks on you. And, he psyched you out. You didn't know where to attack. You didn't know what was real, what was not. And, it worked, right? And then you had to find out, okay, where to attack. And there are other examples of illusion of, or like Doctor Strange. He'll split himself into 30 different Doctor Stranges, but there's only one Doctor Strange to attack. That's what they do with the bread in circus, right? They have multiple distractions going on, and some of it may be real, some of it may be not. Some of it is real, but just blown way out of proportion, and it isn't as important as they're making it out to be. Like this classified document shit, right? With Joe Biden. And here's, listen, what's the big idea? What's the big deal? Or what's the big surprise to discover that, hey, a former president and a former ex-vice president kept some classified documents, took some classified documents from the White House. Come on now, dog. You don't think, I'm pretty sure, Hillary Clinton, all these motherfuckers, they have all probably have fucking classified documents in their house, in their private servers. Like, what else is new? We got to pull our head out of our asses and get our asses out of the sand. We double blind in this bitch. We double blind. I don't know what else to say, man. Gotta get our shit together. Gotta get our shit together.
In 1 mile, use the middle 3 lanes to keep right
But,
to I-75 south.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get on out of here because, yeah. That's all I really got to say, man. Like, practice autonomy, man. Practice autonomy. Don't ever invest so much expectation and energy into one individual, one group of individuals, a few individuals. Invest more time into becoming self-sufficient. Invest more energy in becoming self-sufficient. Because you want to be able to survive on your own. You want to be able to be field promoted. You understand what I'm saying? When the chips fall, when the leader's taken out,
I-75 south.
you want to be the one that steps up and field promotes yourself. Like, look, I got this. Like, yeah, he was a great leader. He ain't here no more. We got to keep pushing.
In 3.7 miles.
You got to keep pushing. And when they do go after our leaders in the most harsh way, we can't be afraid of the same thing happening to us, right? We cannot be afraid of the same thing happening to us. We can't be afraid to be taken out. We can't. We got to push on. We got to, we got to pick up the ball and keep rolling. Because everybody gets taken out at some point. Whether it be from a headshot, heart attack, a bee sting. You might be allergic to bees. Hell, you might be the greatest leader on earth. You might be the greatest leader on earth. And then, you going through the field, going through the woods. Never been stung by a bee before. Don't know if you're allergic or not. Run into a goddamn beehive. That's all she wrote. You know what I'm saying? Boom, you're allergic to bees. Boom, you die. You ever seen that movie, My Girl? It can get bad. But, yeah. Got to be able to move on, keep pushing forward. And that's all it is to it. Anyway, I'm going to highlight y'all later. Much love, like, share, subscribe. And we're going to keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.